What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with my all tea, all shade power book for Force, season 1, episode 4 review. Okay, so Tommy and Gloria are at her crib doing the nasty. He is breaking her back. They doing it on the countertop. He gets quite thirsty because uh he been hunching, I guess, since the night before. The last episode they was hunching at his house, so I guess they took the party on to her house and they just been hunching since then. So he asks for some water. She reaches over in the sink, grabs a cup, and then she drinks the water, and then she gives him some, and they continue on with their soiree, child. And I was like, get you some, Gloria, get you that white pink, girl. All right. But I'm like, Tommy probably got so much coke in his system that he gonna give her ovarian cancer like Richard Pryor. Like Richard Pryor did Foxy Brown, the lady. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm having a brain for it right now. I was like, girl, you might need to go get your cervix checked. The fucking with Tommy cokehead ass. So then we see Jannard and Jeremiah at the barbershop. They're coming there for to meet up with somebody to talk business. I don't know if that somebody was the Max character. I don't know if I missed that and they didn't, or they just didn't make that clear, but they're there to handle business. Jeremiah Lowe is, I know that's not his character name. I'm just calling him by his real name because I haven't even tried to learn what Jeremiah's character name is on the show. A lot of people haven't even peeped game that that's Jeremiah the singer that's playing Jannard's best friend. But anywho, so Jeremiah is like shooketh because he don't want Diamond to know what they up to or whatever. So he looking around and shit, and Jannard like, dude, chill. Like, I'm not about to fall back and let this motherfucker come and take what I worked hard for the last 15 years. Like, I gave up a lot for this spot, and I be motherfucking damn if this nigga, think it's just about to be that easy. So, Jeremiah's character is like, you got to be sure what you're doing, because like once you go there, like you have to be willing to go all the way. Basically, mean going like straight up heads up with your brother that could result in death or whatever. And he was like, shit, I'm good. Like, I'm ready for this shit. And I was like, that's fucked up to not even know that your biggest enemy is standing right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diamond is like a father figure to Jannard, loves his brother, would never think that his brother would snake him like that and like be willing to like X him out for a motherfucking title role as boss of this crime family. Like, you would really kill your brother after everything he's done for you. Like, damn. So D Mac then come in and we finally get, like a really good scene with him. And Jannard was like, how many people can you basically round up that's smart though? You don't want no dumb niggas on the squad. So he was like, I got smoke, I got da 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 da, I got da da da. So he was like, look, don't worry about they minds. I got that. You just worry about the bodies. I just need help or whatever. So we see the D Max character is TTG. He is trained to go. He's ready to prove himself. He out there in the streets hard. You know what I'm saying? So we see Tommy, he want to mess with the Yardies on some business type shit. Liliana like, I don't know if you really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Tommy then was like, look, what's up with this Claude chick? And Liliana hips him to the fact that Walter don't let her get really in the family business like that or whatever. And so Tommy was like, look, I want you to follow her because she owns some shit. Like, she got some real hot over there, and we need to find out exactly what it is. So he tells her to follow Claude around. And so she was like, bet I will. So then we see Claude go to like this little hole in the wall or whatever, meet up with this Spanish dude that's a family friend. And she tells him about the drug that she has. And he looking like, oh, Poppy, chulo, let me see. So she let him try the shit, and he was like, whoa, like this shit is, this shit is popping. Like, what's good? So he was like, here, garçon. So he tell his people give her money for a motherfucking pre-order because he own that shit. So she was like, bet. but you can't tell my brother or my father about this. Like, this is just between me and you. He was like, I bet, shit, I'm Gucci. So she leave with the bag with the money. Like, Claude out here making money moves. She out here doing her thug thizzle, saying fuck her family. So then we see Tommy meet up with Diamond at this black owned diner. Diamond is in there eating. The one of the older guys come over and ask Tommy what he wanted. He was like, cup of coffee. And dude was like, cup of coffee. You think we been working our ass off all these years for you to come here and ask for a motherfucking cup of coffee? So they were just going off on his ass. And Tommy was looking like, damn, shit, you can't ask for a cup of coffee around this motherfucker. But that's that New York shit. So Tommy wants that favor, because remember he took care of Rojas dudes for them. So he was like, look, I want that favor now. Like, I want to fuck with these Yardy people or whatever. Diamond was like, I got you because I owe you. But then Vic walks in and he looked like, you invited this motherfucker to come sit down with us. He was like, look, this might be beneficial to all of us. Vic tells Diamond that he does not believe that they had anything to do with the attack on his Uncle Paulie and his auntie, because that ain't even how CBI gets down. Vic also tells them that he wants to join forces, but they cannot tell his father or whatever. Like, he just want to venture out on his own and do his own thing. But Tommy and Diamond like, secrets cause problems and drama. Like, don't nobody got time for all that bullshit. Like, we already in it with your daddy in the first place with his racist ass. And nobody got time to be running around here on some Blues Clues type shit with your ass. And they then decide they're like, I don't really know. We might fuck with you. We might not. We'll figure it out or whatever. They gonna work it out. One of the dudes come back over again and asks, what's his name? Vic, do he want something? And he asks for a cup of coffee. And dude, like, this must be some white boy shit. Like, what the fuck is up with this cup of coffee bullshit? Then we see Liliana following Claude. She's taking pictures of Claude as she leaves a little hole in the wall with the bag of money in her hands. So then we see Uncle Paulie. We get to see a little bit more of his backstory, his life. And he goes to, like, this strip where homeless people are staying, and we meet his son Andre, who is homeless and a drug addict. So Uncle Paulie went down there to give his son a bag with food and clothes in it. It was like, your mama fixed this for you all last night or whatever. And you could just tell that he's like just so disappointed in his son and like can't believe like this is where his son is at. So his son was like, Dad, can you please give me some money? He was like, I'm not going to give you no money for you to fuck around and get high. He was like, Dad, please, please. So he ends up breaking and giving the son some money or whatever, and the son ends up giving him a hug, and he just looked like this some bullshit, and he just walks off. So I'm like, damn, maybe this is part of the reason why they don't want to get involved in the drug business like that, because of the nephew being on drugs and they seeing like the results of what it can do. Not to say that pills can do that too, but we now see that one of the Flynns is out here down bad on some homeless shit and a drug addict, which I actually like that storyline. It's something fresh and new to the Power universe that we have not seen before. So Liliana, then we see her watching Claude and Claude's little sex buddy Mai do a transaction with this fat dude or whatever. I don't know what they did, but he handed her like a tablet and she signed off on some shit, and then they got ghosts. Then we see Diamond and Tommy and Vic go to the freight yard to meet up with the Yardies to do business or whatever. Diamond like, look, let me do all the talking because I know these motherfuckers, y'all don't just shut the fuck up and be pretty. Meanwhile, Tommy receives a text message from Liliana showing him all the pictures of Claude out here in the streets making money moves. So as they're waiting for the Yardies, like, where these motherfuckers at? Diamond gets a call from Jeremiah saying, yo, somebody tipped off the cops. Y'all need to get the fuck out of there ASAP. So he was like, look, we gotta go. They run to get in the car. Then we see this truck come zooming with these motherfuckers with guns and shit hanging all out of it. I'm guessing that's supposed to have been the Yardies. And then we see the police following them with the lights and shit on and everything. But my thing was, why did they just skeet skirt past Tommy and them and didn't go after them too. Now I know that the Seamus dude works for Vic, but what about the other officers? Like, why did none of them stop? Like, are you the motherfuckers they was trying to meet up with? Like, that was just weird to me. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But Vic and Diamond both peep Seamus. Now remember, Seamus works for Vic. He's on their payroll. But remember, Seamus was the dude on episode 1 that ran up on Diamond in the barbershop threatening him. So Diamond really shook now. Like, that's the same motherfucker that was threatening me. Like, now he just saw me out here on this bullshit. Like, this could get me back locked up. So they end up going back to Tommy's car, and Diamond was like, yo, that's that dude that, rolled up on me. And Vic was like, well, he on my payroll, so I'll be able to handle that or whatever. And Tommy was like, well, thank you for telling me about this shit now. Like, this some shit you should have been hit me to. So then they get in the car and they dip. So then we see Claude and Mai at Claude's penthouse apartment, and Claude was like, girl, this all the products you got, like, I'm gonna need more than this, like, cause I got motherfuckers that's on this shit, like, we about to blow, like, this little bitty shit ain't gonna do nothing. She was like, well, uh, who is the cook? And Mai was, stuttering like, I am. She like, girl, who the cook, girl? Cause you lying, like, and I ain't got time for you to be lying to me, bitch. And Claude was like, look, I want to meet whoever is the cook for this shit because we got shit to do, girl. And so my looking at her like, you doing a lot of bossing around. Like, girl, I thought we supposed to be business partners on this shit. So we can see right now that it's about to be some tension between Mai and Claude, because Claude coming in on some Michael Corleone type shit, trying to run shit, and Mai don't really appreciate that. And I'm thinking at some point Claude gonna have to off Mai and take everything for herself. So Vic has Tommy stop. He was like, I gotta make a stop real quick. Let's get a drink. And Tommy was like, motherfucker, drink with your ass. Lo and behold, the place that he wants to get the drink at is, of course, Gloria's bar. So Tommy was looking like, yeah, no, I'm good or whatever. Because he didn't know if it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I ain't trying to kick it with you like that. And third of all, I'm fucking your bitch, so I really don't want to be around you. So Vic was like, look, I know you fucking Gloria. And so Tommy was like, and you still want to do business with me? Like, what type of time you want? Like, you want to watch us? Like, this some weird shit. And he was like, look, it ain't even on no shit. I ain't even on no shit like that. It's basically on some keep my enemies close type shit. And the little shit we going through is just temporary with me and Gloria. Like, we gonna get back, and I'd rather keep your ass close to me so I don't have to be looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds, not knowing whether or not you about to put a gun to the back of my head. And so he gets in the car and he dips. Meanwhile, Gloria is looking out the window watching all of this go down. So she pretty sure she heard their conversation. She was saying it right there. So now she knows that her two boo things know about each other. So Diamond tells Jannard and Jeremiah that he trying to take business to a whole new level by working with Tommy, because Jannard been out here nickel and diming it for the last 15 years, and he can get them to a whole nother level with this coke shit. Jannard ain't feeling it. He ain't with it, because he was like, ever since you been home and you been fucking with this nigga, you been making one bad decision after another. And you came home on some shit like you ain't want to be bothered with this. You on some nam yo ho renge kyo type shit, and all of a sudden you all the way back in. He was like, look, you gonna have to make a decision, bitch. Like, pretty much. Like, Jannard is sick of Diamond ass. So now Diamond is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Jannard and Jeremiah end up dipping and leaving or whatever. But remember, this is all a part of Jannard's plan in the first place. You could tell Jeremiah ain't really with the shits, like, cause he fucks with Diamond. Like, Diamond is the big homie, so he don't really like what Jannard is doing. But that's his boy, so he going along with it. So then we go to Walter Flynn's house, and he confronts Vic on working with CBI and meeting up with the Yardies or whatever. And he was like, you are a fucking Flynn, my nigga. I need for you to understand that shit. Like, you don't get this shit until I give it to you. Vic getting his feet, smashes a glass and shit, looking all stupid in the face because he regretted what he did as soon as he did it. Walter was like, shit, what's up? You want to go? Cancer and all, I'll still beat your ass. So Walter was like, "You're a fleeing. Ain't no walking away from that." Let me see if I can say it in my accent. You're a friend. Ain't no walking away from that. So Vic was like, if I walk away from that legacy with Gloria, I'm not a man, right? And the father was like, yeah. And he was like, but if I stay with you, I'm still a fucking boy. So it's like I don't win either way it goes. So now at this point, we know that the father knows about him and Gloria's relationship. So it's a proven fact that Vic hasn't made things uh hasn't committed to Gloria because his father is racist and doesn't approve, and he needs to marry, an Irish woman in order to take the crown or whatever. He just refuses to, defy his father. So, but that statement was so true because no matter what he did, like he does, he's still gonna be fucked either way it go. And he tired of basically living his life for his fucking father. So at this point, Walter knows that like I'm losing my son. Like, fuck. So Tommy tells Gloria they at the bar, they having a drink, and she was like, I tried to tell you. He was like, I done been in this situation before. She was like, oh, so you just go around fucking other niggas, bitches? Like, oh, okay, let me know what's up. So he was like, look, I think I'm gonna frequent another bar moving forward, because at the end of the day, business come first. And so she was looking at him like, you think you about to get away from this good pussy? You think I'm gonna let you just go away that easily? Okay, you will be back. Like Gloria wasn't even sweating, and she was looking like, okay, I'll see you later. Good luck with that, boo. Cause you gonna come back. They always do. So he left or whatever, and it kind of broke my heart. I was like, you don't tell me you not gonna fuck with me no more. Like that ain't how this shit work. So as Tommy's leaving out, Walter pulls up on him and basically threatens him about working with Vic. He was like, "You ain't going to take my son down to your level." He was like, "No, I'm actually raising him up, something that your ass should be doing." And I just love how Tommy talks to Walter because like he looking at him like, "Nigga, I done met a 50 million of you. Like you don't scare me. I ain't pussy like your son." So at this point, Walter knows like either he gonna get in, either he gonna figure this shit out because he's losing control over his family at this point. So Liliana returns home. She taking off her clothes, taking off her shoes, and she goes to pull her shirt up over her head to take it off, and she gets thrown in the face. She start getting her ass whooped by some Serbians asking where the fuck is the product. So at this point, we know for a fact that this is Jason Mitch's people drugs that she did steal. So now Jason Mitch's, the Serbian crew, is back. So then we switch to Tommy at JP's house, and Tommy meets JP's father, Herman, for the first time. Herman is an old school dude sitting there with a cane or whatever. He a cat daddy. And so Herman was like, if Kate raised you, you can't be all sugar cane. How fucked up are you, son? Like, cause he already know. Like, I already know dealing with that crazy bitch back in the day that she ain't spit out nothing that ain't a sociopath. So we learn in that conversation that Herman and Kate, well, Herman was 17 when Kate got pregnant with JP. And he was like, I was not gonna be like the typical stereotype of a black man that abandons his child. I was gonna step up to the plate and be there for my son. And he was like, and I was a damn good father. I used to pretend like I was the tooth fairy for him, and I used to take him to the park every day. He was like, and I used to watch him look for his mama. And he was like, it got to the point where I had to stop taking him, because you could tell that JP's character really yearned for a mom. So Kate is gonna come back in this series, of course, at some point, because either she gonna find out where Tommy's at, or either JP is going to go looking for her and bring her ass to motherfucking Chicago, and it's just gonna start a world of fucking trouble. So Kate, coke ass, will be back. I'm pretty sure she didn't snorted up all the money that Ghost say gave to her in his will. So she gonna be back needing Tommy again. But Tommy ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with her, so she gonna try to use JP. So the daddy tells Tommy that JP asked him what kind of mother would leave her child, and he told him no mother worth the shit. I was like, God damn, daddy. So Liliana got is being held by one of the Serbians with a plastic bag over her face. They trying to fucking suffocate her ass. They looking all over for the goddamn drugs. She not telling them shit. Liliana a real one. So then Seamus pulls up on Vic and pulls him over and asks, why the fuck was you at the yards? Like, dude. And so Vic plays dumb, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was never there, sir. And so Seamus ends up threatening him, and Vic had to put him in his place. It was like, your leverage is minimal and your needs are excessive. You can't take care of your sister on no cop salary. So basically, bitch, you need to fall the fuck back. So Seamus was like, don't be bringing up my sister. And Vic was like, okay, girl, bye. Toodaloo. Hold on, y'all. My Postmates just got here. Going downstairs. Let me let them know. My son is coming down. Hold on, this is the Postmates. Hello, hi. My son is on his way downstairs now. Thank you. I'm so ghetto. I'm in the middle of a goddamn review getting Postmates. But anywho, I'm hungry. So where was I at? Oh, so basically, we find out that Seamus got some issues at home because he got evidently a ill sister that he can't afford to take care of. For a minute there, I was thinking like, is Gloria his sister? But then I was like, nah, I don't think so. So then we go back to Liliana at the crib getting tortured. One of the Serbians then takes a cigar and burns her, but she still ain't breaking. She a G. But then when they go to that face, that bitch had a flashback and she was like, okay, I'll tell you. So she then gets the phone and reaches out to Tommy. She sends Tommy a text message. Herman tells Tommy back at the crib to move on if he's there to complicate JP's life because JP has a really good heart and he just is so easily trusting to people. And I was like, oh, JP is an innocent. You know, that's what Courtney Kemp likes to call the good characters are innocent. So at some point, JP gonna die. So letting y'all know that now. JP's gonna die at some point. So Liliana then, like I said, texts Tommy to tell him what's up. He gets the text and was like, I gotta go. I got a pipe that leaked in my place. He was like, look, Herman, I'm not here to fuck over your son. Maybe one day me and you can get cool, maybe not. And he dips or whatever. But lo and behold, he is going to bring trouble to JP's door. And I feel like at some point, like I said, something bad is going to end up happening to JP, and Herman is going to blame Tommy because if you would have never came around, this shit wouldn't have been knocking at my son's door. So Liliana in the car with the Serbians. It's three of them in the car now, and uh, while the Serbian dude is talking in his language to one of his folks, he brings up Tommy's name. And so she peeping game like, what the fuck? Like, how they know about Tommy? So, well, no, they knew. Did they know about Tommy? I don't know. So, dude is getting impatient. Like, where is your connect or whatever? She was like, he on his way. He's on his way. So then the driver tells the dude that's in the back seat with Liliana to go to the safe house. To go to the safe house, they're gonna be there in an hour. So the dude was like, all right, cause she'll be waiting. So at this point, Liliana knows that their boss is a female. So the dude leave. The driver takes Liliana's phone and looks at the text message that she sent Tommy and was like, who is Ghost? And as soon as he said that shit, pow, he got shot in the head. Tommy then was shooting at the fat dude in the passenger seat. Liliana then take her knife and get the jabbing this nigga in the neck. I mean, this bitch didn't stop until this nigga looked like a honey baked ham. And so she was like, motherfucker, what took you so long? And so Tommy was like, how about thank you for saving my life? So then when Tommy goes through the dude's pockets and sees his wallet, he was like, hold up. So you mean to tell me these motherfuckers are Serbians? How did you not know that? And Liliana was like, I didn't know that. I didn't make out the accent when I was robbing them. I didn't find out they were Serbians until today. And she lets him know that their boss is a female. So he was like, okay, so this do got something to do with Jason Mitchell. All right. So Tommy then drops Liliana off at the barbershop and to have Jannard watch her while him and Diamond go talk some business. So Jannard looking like, huh, I got to babysit this bitch. She was like, look, I need my motherfucking 8 grand, nigga. So Tommy before he leaves lets Liliana know that he got them in with the Serbians, so they're gonna have a meeting. So she was like, oh shit. So then we see Tatiana, who is the Serbian boss or whatever at this point. She learns that it was Liliana that stole her shit and started all this. So she like, oh, we gotta take care of this. So then we see Jannard and Liliana in the basement of the barbershop. And Janora asked Liliana while she working with Tommy if he was the one that was the cause of her scar. And of course she doesn't answer him, but he knows that there's more to this story than what he knows. So he want to find out who the fuck is this Tommy dude and how the fuck did he come to my city just basically on some boss shit and got workers and all of this type time. So Tommy tells Diamond that he thinks that the Serbians are after him and Liliana now because of some shit that went back down in New York. Back at the barbershop, Liliana, we find out, didn't get paid the AGs because she didn't finish cutting for Jannard, but she didn't finish cutting for Jannard because he kept on trying to come on to her. And he was like, you know, I'm just letting you know that scar is kind of fly. That motherfucker sexy. He go to touch her face and she slapped his hand and was like, you give me my money, I'll let you touch it. So Tommy tells Diamond that he wants to cut off the head, which is not Tatiana, but her boss. I can't pronounce the man's name, not gonna even try. He was like, he want to cut off the head because he wants to cut off the Serbians pipeline. Like he wants it all. Like he want to be that nigga. Diamond was like, I feel you, but I ain't getting fucked. I ain't getting involved with that. Like I just got home from jail. If I get caught, I'm going back to jail for life. You on your own with this shit, and I suggest you motherfucking pray to Buddha, Allah, Jesus, and the Latter Day Saints, because once you start this shit, it can't be undone. And so Tommy at this point realized that he on his own. But I honestly believe that Diamond is going to come through and help him in the end. So D Mac and his boys go to shoot up JP's bar once again during the middle of the night. And his boys is like, fuck this shooting shit. We about to run up in that motherfucker and rob it. And JP was like, no. I mean, D Mac was like, no, that's not what we came here for. We just gonna shoot it. So then here come JP coming out with a bat like, y'all better leave my motherfucking place alone. Who the fuck are y'all? Y'all better dip. So the one of his homies then go to pull out the gun. Remember, this motherfucker that they got no problem shooting a nigga. He go to pull out his gun and shoot JP. And I was like, oh my God, it's about to happen. But it didn't happen yet. So D Max sees what's about to go down. He knows that this is his father. Of course, he doesn't want his father dead. So he takes his gun and shoots out the street light. A Chinese lady across the street was like, you better leave. I'm going to call the police. His friend was like, what is you doing? We got to go. The police going to come or whatever. He's standing there froze looking at his father. So his friend's like, man, fuck this nigga. We about to dip. They get in the car and they leave. So then JP looks at D Mac and was like, who are you? Like, why the fuck you keep on fucking with my place? D Mac just looking at him like, damn, nigga, you don't even recognize me. Like, you don't even know me. And like, for a minute there, you could tell he wanted to be like, I'm your fucking son, but he just couldn't bring himself to say it. So he just ran off. And I was like, oh, woo, woo, woo. They did a really good job with casting them because he literally looks like he could be that man's son. So I can't wait for him to find out, like, damn, this is my son that's been fucking up my spot this whole time. And I want to know what the mama was telling the son to make him hate the father or whatever. And when we gonna meet his mama to find out why she was lying to him about where his father actually was and why he wasn't in his life or whatever. So Tommy watches the Serbian moving product or moving or wherever the hell they was going, I guess to come meet him. So Vic goes to the bar. He sees Gloria serving the patrons or whatever. He changes the music at the bar. I guess it's a song that was theirs or whatever. And he sees a napkin where they had drew like this building that I guess they was gonna have a restaurant or something. And he was like, I can't believe you still got this. And she was like, it don't even fucking matter. It ain't gonna never happen. And she throws the shit away. So he was basically, his feelings was hurt. He was like, damn, like I'm straight up losing this girl. So Jannard then ends up no, I'm sorry. So we then see Jannard sniffing coke. And I was like, oh damn, this nigga not only a op, but he a crackhead too. Like, damn, Jannard. So Liliana was like, "Does Diamond know?" He was like, "Fuck Diamond. He ain't got no." And I was like, "Ooh, you are really salty when it comes to your brother. Jesus Christ." So he calmed the fuck down, and he was like, "I'll give you some money. You let me know how you link with Tommy." She was like, "I bet." So he then gives her the money, and he was like, "Look, this Tommy nigga gonna end up getting killed one way or another. It's best you be the one to do it. And if you do it, I'll give you double if you take this motherfucker out." Liliana takes the money, was like, "That'll never happen. Boy, fuck you." Then she gets the text message from Tommy saying, "Let's go, I'm outside." So she stands up to dip, and before she leaves, she was like, "You can touch it." And she, was a woman of her word. And Janora leans over and grazes her skull. And then he kisses it. And I was like, what is going on here? That's weird. Okay. Don't know what that's about. So I don't know if they gonna end up fucking around or whatever. I don't really know. I don't even know if she really likes him or if that's her way of flirting. But it's obvious he got something for her child. And I was like, okay, that was weird, but all right. So Claude and Mai meet with the cook, who is this beautiful black lady with an accent, who's a doctor, and they blackmail her into cooking up more of this super drug that they made out of these fucking dye pills. They blackmail her by saying that they'll go to basically the government and show the paperwork that they have showing that she falsified reports. So now this lady got to cook up these drugs for them, and she is like, I can't fucking believe this. So Tommy meets with Tatiana at like a garage or whatever. She got two of her men. She thinks that Tommy is there by himself. He gives her the coke back and was like, "Look, you don't give a fuck about Liliana. Let that shit go. Here your coke. Let's just, let bygones be bygones." Tatiana, however, wants payback for the four men that they dropped. Tommy was like, "Look, just get over it. Count your loss. Let's keep it moving." Tatiana then threatens to tell her boss, who's over her, that Tommy is alive and send word back to New York that he's still alive, or she could just kill him. And so Tommy was like, "Kill me? I'm already dead." Next thing you know, pow, 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 Vic kills the two guys that was there with Tatiana. So now she on some shit, like, fuck, I'm just out here by myself. So she was like, "Look, you either gonna kill me or you not gonna kill me. Like, what's up?" Tommy um was then takes, I don't know if it was syringe or a knife, but he ends up poking her ass in the neck and killing her ass. He was like, "You should have never brought up New York," because he could not let nobody in New York know that his ass is still fucking alive. So at the end of, no, I'm sorry, before that, before the end of the episode, he then reached into the car and took back the drugs, which was smart. So at the end of the episode, we see Tommy and Liliana looking off at the skyline, which I guess is going to be like a staple with this series, with Tommy looking out at the Chicago skyline, because they've done it in every episode now. So him and Liliana on the rooftop, and it's about to storm, and she was like, "Storm's coming." He was like, "It's already here." And that is, analogy for a metaphor for the storm that is brewing with this war that they're about to rage with all of these different factions. So tonight's episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. I give tonight's episode an A. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm loving the pacing of the writing. um Really good episode. I just want a little bit more action leading up. I think episode 5 we'll probably get that. That's what normally happens in the Power universe. Shit really start to go left, episode 5 and 9 and 10. So looking forward to that. I like the new character that we was introduced to with the doctor that's the cook and everything. I actually wish that there was a way that Tommy, Vic, and Diamond could actually work with each other on some homeboy type shit, and then not be no beef between Tommy and Vic's character, but that ain't gonna never work. But I overall like Tommy and Diamond's relationship, because it's obvious that they're gonna become the new Tommy and kind of like Ghost situation, especially when he finds out that his brother is an op. that Jannard is the op and he a cokehead. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought about tonight's episode. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.